Good evening. Hello, everyone. We would like to open up in prayer first, please. If we could bow our heads and just prepare our minds. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for this new day that you have given us, and we thank you for gathering us together today. We honor you on today. We thank you for today, and we love you on today. We thank you that we can find peace and comfort in you for all times, for every time. No matter where we're at or what's going on, we can find comfort in you. And we thank you for that on today. We love you because your word says that you loved us first. And we honor you for the love that you give us each and every day. Thank you for this time tonight. Thank you for bringing us together tonight and help us to continue to love one another, be compassionate towards each other, and pray and think of one another each day. Thank you, and we love you. In your precious name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. So good evening. Welcome to the annual Remembering Simeon Gala. I am Evangelist Tara Register, and I just want to thank you for coming tonight and being a part of this celebration that we want to continue each year. I'd first like to introduce our board members of Propa City Community Outreach. Of course, our founder, Stephanie Crawford, Lynette Peavy, Crystal Hinton, Cynthia Lush Johnson, and myself, Tara Register. I also see in the audience tonight that we have Jessica Tang, who is the president of the Boston Teachers Union. Thank you for being here. Thank you also, I'd like to say to Andrea Campbell's office, our city councilor, for her contribution on tonight. And we just, again, welcome you and thank you for being a part of this wonderful celebration. And now we will have words from State Representative Liz Miranda.
Hi, family. This is State Rep Liz Miranda, and I'm really, really sorry I couldn't join you today for the annual Propa City Community Gala, remembering Simeon. Happy heavenly birthday, Simeon, and shout outs to your mom, Stephanie Crawford, who has done incredible work to not only help and heal herself and her community, but so many other people, including my own sibling and my friends. I just want to say that the work of maternal justice is a priority for me and something that I hope that other people in the legislature join into. Black women and Black families and birthing people have been suffering for a very long time, whether it's losing our children, having preterm births, having more C-sections, having a harder time getting pregnant, or actually getting sick or dying during childbirth, are outcomes that have led to Black women dying 2 to 4 times the rate of other women across the country. And it's time that it ends. It hasn't changed in 50, 60 years. And I just want to say that I'm going to work closely with Propa City and every one of you to make sure that we elevate this issue in community, that we continue to have these conversations and support the vital work that this organization is doing. Congratulations on another gala, and I look forward to partnering with you. Before I leave, I also want to say something. We have an official citation for Stephanie and Propa City. Due to COVID, we were not able to print it, but I just want to say to you that the new Speaker of the House, Speaker Mariano, myself as State Representative of Roxbury and Dorchester, want to present an official citation to you at a later date once we can get this printed to say thank you, and create a day in this state that is dedicated to you in honor of your son and the work that you're doing with Propa City, because it's invaluable work and we could not have moved forward without you. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, everyone that's in this organization that's done this great work. And I wish you a great evening. And until we see again, bye-bye.
7 years ago, I had the worst experience of my life. At 39 weeks pregnant, my baby's heart stopped beating. I gave birth to my stillborn son, Simeon Jelani Crawford. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to live again. So I believe that God has a purpose for everyone in life. And sometimes we have to go through really hard situations in order to find our purpose. I started a nonprofit for women who had experienced the same type of loss so that they would be able to have what I didn't have, someone to help them see the light and live again. When you just get women in a room, you find out that we all have a very similar story. 1 in 4 women has lost a child. Moms are affected, families are affected, people are affected by not being able to heal the right way. And so it went from me just saying moms need to heal correctly to really wanting to reach out to people and show them that it's possible to heal in a positive way. I have 17 godchildren. We've gone places and we all dress up the same. We wear the same shirts. And when people say, what are you all dressed up for? They are the first ones to say, for our cousin or our god brother. We're here for him. He passed away, but we celebrate him every year. His name is Simeon. I knew that one day God would bless me with another child. Now I'm 22 weeks pregnant with my rainbow baby, who will come exactly 8 years after Simeon was stillborn. Hello, everyone. I am Stephanie Crawford. I'm the founder of Propa City Community Outreach, and I'm just really honored to have all of you here today with us in a time where I guess we're getting used to virtual galas, right? But this is not what we do, but you're here with us. And so I'm just so thankful. I want to say thank you to State Representative Liz Miranda for her kind words and the ways that she plans on working with and honoring Propa City and Simeon. I'm so honored. And I'm here to just give you a little bit of about us and what we've been doing. That video is a great way to kind of sum up what we've been doing, but it's getting old. So we're now celebrating our 10th year doing the work that we're doing. And an update is I now have 18 godchildren. So, Propa City, the idea of Propa City started in 2011. I lost Simeon on February 7th of 2011. And maybe not even weeks after I had that experience, I was sitting on the couch and I was like, this can't be real. This can't be a thing. And then the fact that people are going through it alone, does everybody deal with it like how I am? Is everyone having this experience? There's just so much to do when you lose, and then for it to be your child, your baby, all of the expectations you had. And so it's all piles on. And then you have to make these decisions. And it was a really hard time for me. And the people around me wanted to support me. They wanted to be there. And they just didn't know how. They hadn't experienced this before. So I was sitting on the couch and I was like, no, we have to. I told Lynette and I said, we have to do something. We have to find a way. Like, what are we going to do? And I was like, I'm going to call it Mothers to Mothers, and we're just going to help people. And at the time, I just wanted to help people navigate the process. Like, when you experience this loss, I want to be there and help you go through it, and so that you don't have to make all of these decisions by yourself. And as time went on, and I was, I was 39 weeks pregnant when I lost Simeon. And so, I would see people and they'd say, how's the baby? And I would have to say, the baby passed away. And there were so many people so many women that were older than me that would say things like, that happened to me, that happened years ago, I know someone that happened to. And I couldn't believe it because I had never heard of a stillbirth before that. I never heard that this could happen to you. I know they say there's a safe zone and then you're okay. And so through that and meeting people and sharing my story, because I wanted to talk about Simeon so much, it um some people would say, like, that was helpful for me. It was helpful to talk about that. And I was like, okay, there's more to this. And so that's where all of this came from. And I said, I just want to create a space. And so I was working at I was working at a community center, and we would use one of the rooms after hours and hold meetings and just say, whoever wants to come. And sometimes it was just me and Lynette, just sitting, talking to each other, eating the snacks that we had for whoever was going to come. But we stuck through it. And we think about that all the time now because, years later, we're here. And through the people that we did work with, the mothers that we did work with, and what we were essentially teaching them, and what I was saying I went through, and how I was able to heal, and the resources and support, we learned that, like, this is not something that only moms who have experienced loss can use. Dads experience loss, people experience loss. Anytime you lose something, that is, you go through a grief process. And so we expanded recently, maybe about 2 years ago now, we expanded to working with people in the community and promoting positive healing just in the community. With everything you're going through, having a space to talk and having a chance to just, like, really, be supported by people that understand. And so then we had our first gala last year around this same time, and it was so good. If you were there, you enjoyed it. It was good. We had a good time. Everyone looked beautiful. We had a live DJ. Shout out to DJ KD, who's our DJ today as well. It was just a beautiful time, and we honored some of the moms that were with us at the time. Actually, our largest group. And it was just a really good time. And we were so excited for 2020 because we just knew it was going to be good. It was going to be big. We had connected with the Guild Works in Dorchester, and we had a beautiful space, and we were ready. And less than a month later, I want to believe, or maybe just a month later, there was a pandemic crept up on us and shut us down. So we thought. Um, but we went virtual. We started a Facebook group and we started doing Zoom meetings, and we just we were like, we can't. And we looked at it as not just for us, but we can't let these moms down. Just because there's a pandemic doesn't mean that this is not still happening. It's not still a thing. It's still happening. People still need the space. And so from there, we we met a lot of beautiful women that crossed our paths, and we connected with through Zoom and Facebook, and a lot of one-on-one texting and a lot of encouragement because, like I said, it was still happening. People were still experiencing loss even through a pandemic, which was one of the most isolating times that I think most of us have been through. And so that was hard, and it was hard for us, it was hard for the moms, and they still stuck through. And I think we more than tripled our membership through a pandemic and through virtual experiences. And there's many highlights. We always talk about it even when we're on our Zoom groups and stuff, and I know some of the ladies are on, so maybe this will make you guys laugh, but we talk about it all the time, where we would sometimes say like, we're leaving and we say, I feel like I want to say love you guys, but I don't even know you. And we'd see each other and be like, we've never met before, but the bond that we built was so great that like you wanted to say, okay, bye, love you guys, see you later, see you on the next Zoom. Like, we are bonded, we're sisters, and it was beautiful, and that's what this was for. We're able to do these things, and some things that we didn't even think about, that we didn't even think that people would want, that be interested in doing this kind of stuff with us. But we learned this through a pandemic, through virtual everything. We haven't been together since last year, the day before our gala. But this is where we are. We've expanded. 2020 was our biggest year yet for sponsorship. You guys and some people that are not represented here really showed out for us. We were able to send out so many care packages to our moms. Let me see. We have sent care packages, and we've helped moms in Texas, Miami. Uh, we have a mother in England that we didn't connect with through a care package, but she's working with us. Georgia, and a lot of other places. I didn't write that part down, but I wanted to just let you guys know that, because we want to be transparent with you, and we want to let you know that when you are pouring into us, you're literally pouring right into the mothers. It goes from you to them. We're just the filter. And so we're just excited, and we're hopeful for 2021. We are hopeful that we will be able to be in person at some point. We're hopeful that we will be able to expand some of our programming, to enhance our care packages, to be able to do more. And we're even adding a doula and birth process perspective when moms do decide to try again, if they do. And so there's so much more that we're doing, and we want you guys to just stay tuned and please stay connected. If you haven't already, go on our website and join our mailing list so that you can see the things that we're doing and what we have going on. So with that being said, we now have our share the love. Since I'm talking about the love that you have already shared, we are now going to, sorry guys, I'm multitasking, but I'm going to do it. We are now going to have a word from our treasurer, Lynette Peavy. And here we go. And actually, we're going to have a word from our treasurer, Lynette Peavy. And then after that, we will have some special reflections the beautiful moms that we have been able to work with and that we were able to honor on today. So please keep your eyes very close to the screen. You don't want to miss any of this. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for this day, and I'm excited that we get to honor another set of moms this year. So.
Hi, I'm Jessie Colbert from the Mass PPD Fund, a new nonprofit working to increase communities' capacity to address postpartum depression and related challenges. So many times when a mom faces postpartum depression, there's a story of a prior loss that hasn't been recognized or healed. So your vision of positive healing is so wonderful, and we're thrilled to be supporting the Remembering Simeon Gala. Please follow us on social media at Mass PPD Fund to learn about our training opportunities and our upcoming Mother's Day event, Flourishing.
The loss of a baby during pregnancy and infancy remains a sad reality for many families. Here at Propa City, we set out to be a support to those families who have experienced loss and are finding ways to heal in a positive way. I am Lynette Peavy, the treasurer for PCCO. I've been with the organization since 2011, and I too am a lost mom. I stand behind the work, the mission, and the vision that was created by our founder, Stephanie Crawford, when her son, Simeon Jelani, was born sleeping. Each year, about 24,000 babies in the US are stillborn, and about 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage. Tonight, you will hear from some of the moms who have allowed Propa City to take this journey with them as they are healing. What does this look like, you ask? Well, we provide healing toolkits to our moms, one on one support, group healing sessions, live sessions on our social media platforms, and various other resources that meet the collective and individual needs of our members. We also provide a safe space and a community of people who understand. And all of this is at no cost to our members. And we could not do this without the generosity of each of you. When you share the love with your monetary donations, it allows us to continue on with our programming and various events that we host throughout the year, such as this Remembering Simeon Gala, our Hearts Release, Family Restoration Day, and our Beauty Hurts Conference. And we don't stop there. In 2020, our Propa Talk youth were able to hand out 100 blessing bags to aid the homeless in our community. Tonight, I am asking you to dig deep into your pockets and share the love with us so that in 2021, we are able to reach more people in our communities. For a donation of $25, you would be providing a healing toolkit to a mom. And imagine how much more we could do if you surpassed that dollar amount. There are two ways to give. You can give via Cash App, which is $PCCO, or via PayPal. Both of these will be linked in the chat. You can also go to our website, www.propacityco.org, to find ways to give. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing the love. We appreciate you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending the Remembering Simeon Gala. This is one of my favorite parts. I really wish we were had the chance to be together, but I'm really, really excited about this part. So this is the part where we get to really highlight some of the really brave and courageous mothers in our program. We get to hear their stories, we get to hear about their angels, and we get to present them with a little um, token of our love. So, unfortunately, we're not able to do this with every single mother we have, but we are able to pick out some of the moms that have been the most active, that have been with us, and especially during 2020, a time where it was really hard to be active, it was really hard to stay connected, it was really hard to feel okay in a time of isolation and just sadness. Grieving during 2020 was hard for all of us, but especially for mothers who are missing their babies. So we wanted to highlight the moms that really, really trusted us with their journey and really were a part of our Zoom groups, were a part of our live sessions, were a part of our Facebook group that reached out, did one-on-ones, and really connected with each other as well. Each of these moms were able to find different ways to advocate for their situation, for other mothers, and to bring awareness to the situation. So some of them chose to do this through just kind of being really transparent on Facebook or their platforms where a lot of people are watching to see what's next for them. Some did it by, reaching out to other people and lifting them up while they're still in their journey. Some moms went to raising funds for Propa City and for other organizations. And there were just so many things that these moms have done. But most importantly, just their ability to be here with us, to stick through, to still raise families, to still be in relationships, to still wake up every morning and be ready for the day. That's like the big part for us. The other stuff is really cool and it's great, but the big part for us is that the moms in our program get up every day and keep going when they really don't want to. I know, I'm speaking from experience. I did not want to get up some mornings. I wanted to stay in the bed. And some mornings I didn't want to be alive. And so I understand. And so we just want to take every chance we can to just honor and really appreciate our moms. And so again, we wish we could do this with every single mom we have. And we are growing. And so because of that, we have to choose some. So I am not going to take too much of your time. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves and to tell us about their beautiful angels and just a little bit about their journey with Propa City. And again, thank you so much, ladies, for being a part of this program. Thank you so much for trusting us on this journey with you. We love you. We love your children and we love your families. We love being connected to all of you. And we can't wait to see what's next for your lives.
My name is Cynthia Les Johnson, and my daughters, Zora and Luna, were born on July 5th, 2020, when I was just 5.5 months pregnant. My husband and I were able to spend an hour loving on our twins and making sure they met each other for the very first time before they passed away at just 22 weeks. Ever since that day, I think about my daughters and speak to my daughters every single day. My biggest supports have been my husband, Jeff, my 2-year-old son, JJ, my family, and my friends. One thing I wish people knew about our loss is that we are not the same people that we were before losing our daughters. For me, my pain and sadness is all wrapped up in my love and my gratitude for my angel babies. I take comfort in knowing that Zora and Luna are in heaven with my father and Jeff's mother, who are both also twins. I was fortunate enough to already serve on the board of Propa City Community Outreach prior to becoming an angel mom. This organization has been instrumental in guiding me through this journey and reminding me that I'm not alone.
My name is Kelsey Snook, and I am Emerson's mom. At 18 weeks pregnant, we found out that our sweet baby girl had an extremely rare condition called chaos. In the same breath as, "It's a girl," we were also told, "Something is very wrong with your baby." Tears of joy quickly turned into worry and heartbreak. We were told chaos was a life-limiting condition with a very small chance of survival. We knew from the start we would continue to fight. So we went on with the pregnancy, and our battle to keeping our baby alive began. We had several appointments, ran many tests, and even traveled to another state for a second opinion. On April 30th, 2020, Emerson was born. She lived for 1 hour. Her first 30 minutes were spent undergoing several surgeries to save her life, but sadly, none of them worked. Her last living 30 minutes were spent in my arms. Meeting my perfect baby girl was the most amazing and life-changing moment for me. I will forever cherish the short time we spent with her and always wish we could have had more. After Emerson's death, my family and friends were so incredible. I am so thankful for my husband, who was by my side every second and even managed a laugh out of me when I never thought I would smile again. For my mom, who called me every single day for weeks, and the rest of my family and friends that helped me so much and continue to support me now. While early on in my grief, an old friend put me in contact with Stephanie in Propa City. I am forever grateful for this. Stephanie was able to understand my pain and feelings unlike any other one. She checked in on me often and got me connected with other lost moms, who I now call my sisters-in-laws. Although I haven't met a lot of the women in person because of the pandemic, they have helped me in so many ways, and the bond we share is so special. I will continue to honor Emerson by speaking her name and sharing our story. I will make traditions that include her and make sure she is remembered by her family and our friends and known by her future siblings. Emerson has taught me so many things, and I am not the same person I was before I had her. Although losing Emerson was the worst thing that ever happened to me, I would do it all over again if given the choice, because having this beautiful angel was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am still so deeply saddened and grieving, but Emerson will always be my firstborn child, my most precious gift, and she will continue to live on in my heart forever and always.
Hi Propa City, my name is Kimmy Farrington, and I would like to share with you about my loss journey. I lost my daughter, Kennedy Chai, on August 1st, 2019 at 19 weeks due to preterm labor caused by cervical insufficiency. It was the toughest experience of my life. I experienced medical neglect, hospital neglect, and just a complete disregard of my life and my daughter's life. I still have nightmares to date because of the experience. I struggled with it for a long time. I've reached out to different venues, different support groups, and I wasn't able to find a fit. I didn't have anybody close to me that understood the pain or knew what I was going through. So I had to search outside of the box, outside of my common knowledge to find what I needed to get to the other side of this tragedy. On one of the online forums, I connected with Candace, and she told me about Propa City and was like, "Girl, come on over here. Black owned, Black women, Black celebration. We are working through our struggles." I signed up. I flew to Boston from Miami last year to attend the gala, and I've been a part of Propa City ever since. Propa City has really helped me, from the daily motivational words to the daily mantras to just knowing that women are existing and women are doing what they need to do to get over this hump. It sucks, it's sad, it's bad, it's life-changing, life-altering, but I have a group of sisters who were here with me from start to finish to getting to where we all need to be and to that other side. I'm forever appreciative of that. I was privileged to work closely with the founder Stephanie, and we worked on personal development things. I've been promoted at work. I've been applying to grad schools. So I was able to really turn this tragedy into triumph. And for that, I'm very thankful for Propa City, for honoring my angel, for honoring the other angels, and for providing a safe ground for us to celebrate our angel babies.
Dime, Manuel. Saluda, mommy. I can't wait to kiss you and hold you, my baby boy.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and we lost our son, Eddie Manuel, last year on March 9th, 2020. He was born at 24 weeks gestation on February 15th, and he lived for 24 days. We try to keep his memory alive by supporting organizations like Propa City Community Outreach and raising funds and awareness that, this happens to 1 in 4 women is very common, but unfortunately is very taboo to talk about. I am really glad that I was able to find this community and that I'm able to have this sister circle of mamas who know exactly how I feel. There's no judgment. There is no, there's nothing but love and support. And I'm forever grateful for that. So thank you so much, Propa City Community Outreach, Stephanie, Lynette, all the board members and all the members who make this community as strong as it is. I love you guys.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. My son Anthony Emery, here's a picture of him, was born on October 9th, 2019, weighing 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Just about 3.5 months later, he became my angel very suddenly, very quickly. I'm still confused as to why. But since then, and this was January 22nd, he was born October 9th. January 22nd, my life changed forever. I have felt heartbroken, lost, defeated. Like I didn't want to be here anymore. And it's been rough. It's the roughest year of my life. It's the toughest thing I've ever gone through, ever. But although I'm heartbroken and devastated, lost, confused, I still have to go on because I do have my first daughter, my firstborn, my baby girl. She's my reason. If I didn't have her, I'm not sure where I'd be. So through this, my biggest supports have been, of course, my significant other, Anthony. Aviana, although she's only 3 years old, she has really been holding me up, her and her father both. My family, my mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my sisters. And no, I don't have any real blood sisters, but these women have also held me up, making sure I eat when I don't feel like eating, just making sure I'm okay, talking, working out, walking, whatever it is, my sisters are there. And Propa City, Team Simeon has really helped me through. I joined Propa City Team Simeon group because it was time, but I hesitated because I felt like my experience was different from the other mothers that were in the group. I knew that some moms had experienced miscarriage, which I did as well. And at that time, I was like, I wasn't sure who could really understand how I felt. I felt my story was a little different, but I did join another member in the group. Really not pushed me, but she just she didn't give up on me, and she really helped me. She really helped me to join, and I'm glad I did. Lost moms. There's a lot of moms in there with loss. I've had miscarriages before Emory, but when January 22nd and that week or so after my baby became an angel baby, I found that I was pregnant again, and I did not know. So while my son was just making sure I'm okay, talking, working out, walking, whatever it is, my sisters are there. And Propa City, Team Simeon has really helped me through. I joined Propa City Team Simeon group because it was time, but I hesitated because I felt like my experience was different from the other mothers that were in the group. I knew that some moms had experienced miscarriage, which I did as well. And at that time, I was like, I wasn't sure who could really understand how I felt. I felt my story was a little different, but I did join another member in the group. Really not pushed me, but she just she didn't give up on me, and she really helped me. She really helped me to join, and I'm glad I did. Lost moms. There's a lot of moms in there with loss. I've had miscarriages before Emory, but when January 22nd and that week or so after my baby became an angel baby, I found that I was pregnant again, and I did not know. So while my son was became an angel, I was also pregnant and did not know. And at 11 weeks, almost 12, I had a miscarriage. So I know the pain of both. But I'm glad I joined Team Simeon. It's been really supportive. I think the biggest impact the group has had on my journey is just a place to share my story with women that can understand my pain. Although we have different experiences, they can really understand my pain. It's a great space to be able to just vent and get great ideas about how to manage grief, because there's no rule book, there's no book to this. It's the most painful experience, and it's helpful to have a group of women that are grieving just like you are and can help with different ways of carrying on and still living after something so devastating happened. What I wish to tell people, women, moms, dads, about infant loss is that no day is the same. grief will hit you. It's just like a wave. It comes and goes when it wants to. But you will survive. You don't give up hope. Keep being who you are. Try the best. Try your best to do so. One of the best things I've done is got a therapist. Besides connecting with Propa City, I have a therapist to help me through my loss, and just continuing to try to take care of myself. Reading the Bible app. Reading the Bible, whether it's the Bible app, the Bible, working out, yoga. Writing in my journal. I haven't done that until this happened in a long time. I used to love to write. So just doing what you can to keep it together. It's not easy. And we're all here for each other. Again, this is Anthony Emery. I miss him very much. And thank you for listening to my story.
Hi everyone, my name is Jermaine Tullock, and I want to say thank you for the invitation to join you for the virtual gala today. And I am excited to lift up a song of praise and worship, and I hope you enjoy it and join right along with me. It's a throwback. It is called God Is by the Reverend James Cleveland. It's a song I used to hear my aunts and my grandmother sing around the house growing up, so I decided to present it to you today. God bless. God is my protection. God is my all and all. God is my light in darkness. You see, God is my all and all. God is my joy in the time of sorrow. Oh, God is my all and all. God is. He's my today and my tomorrow. Oh, God is my all and all. Don't you know God is the joy and the strength of my life? He removes all pain, misery, and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me, never ever come short of His word. I've got to fast and pray, stay in the narrow way, keep my life clean each and every day. I want to go with Him when He comes back. I've come too far and I'll never turn back. God is, God is, God is, God is. God is my all and all. God is the joy and the strength of my life. He removes all pain, misery, and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me, never ever go short of His word. I've got to fast and pray, stay in the narrow way, keep my life clean each and every day. I want to go with Him when He comes back. I've come too far and I'll never turn back. God is, God is, God is, God is, God is my all, and God is, you know, God is, God is my all, and God is, God is, God is my all and all. God bless you all on today.
At Propa City Community Outreach, we strive to bring awareness to the fact that pregnancy and infant loss is not something of the past. It's not something that was happening. It's something that is happening. It's still happening today. 1 in 4 women loses their baby. And we want the community to know that we need your help. We need your help by being aware, knowing the right things to say, knowing how to point us to the right resources, being patient with us, even just knowing how to support us as our family members and as our friends. It's hard and it's tough, and some people don't understand if they've never experienced it. And so that's why Proper City is here. We're here to not only help mothers but to help the community as well. And so our gala is a fundraising gala to raise funds for the work that we're doing, but it's also to bring awareness. So the mothers that we have, they're brave enough and courageous enough and strong enough to share these stories with you. They've worked so hard preparing themselves to share these stories so that you can understand the many aspects of pregnancy and infant loss. So thank you so much, ladies, for sharing your story. Thank you so much for being who you are. Thank you so much for trusting Proper City with your journey and with your sweet angels. Thank you for allowing us to honor them. Not only do we want to thank the mothers that shared today, but we want to thank every mother that is represented in Proper City. Thank you so much for the ways that you connect with us. Thank you for being in our groups. Thank you for allowing us to share in this journey with you and to honor your children. Every mother and every family that is represented at our Hearts Release event, and just all of the different things that we do. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate you, and we know it's not easy to share this journey.
Okay, one more person to get report on. I'm safe.
Hi, this is Pastor D from Amani Temple Ministry. Healing is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. And that's why I am so pleased to be a sponsor of the Remembering Simeon Gala. This gala is put on by an organization who purposely walks along beside women who have experienced the devastating loss of a child. They walk alongside them and provide support as they go through their journey of healing. So I salute them and so glad to be a part of them. If you'd like to hear more about Amani Temple Ministries, I invite you to go to our website, amanitempleministry.church, go to our Facebook page at Amani Temple, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Amani Temple Inc., COGIC.
Okay, and so now this is another one of my favorite parts. That we get to I love that we get to honor the moms, but I also love that we get to honor people that have been shining their light in our community. And so what we have is the Lighthouse Award. And thank you, Pastor D, for speaking before me, because she was our Lighthouse Award recipient last year. And so this year, our Lighthouse recipient award, as you just saw, is BTU President Jessica Tang. And so I'm just going to read, I can read it, but I'm going to talk about Jessica very shortly. Last year, so I am connected to Jessica in more ways than one, because I am a Boston public school teacher. I'm a BTU member, and so she is my Boston Teachers Union president, my president. And I knew her in that way, and I knew that she was shining her light in that way and being a voice for teachers, and really like already she was really like working hard for us. This year alone, she has been working triple time. I don't know how she does it. But with that, we met her. I got to personally connect with her at our gala last year. She came and I was able to learn not only is she the Boston Teachers Union president and working in the community, but she's also a mom, angel mommy. She and I guess I don't want to get anything wrong, so I want to read this part, but she has a sorry guys, I want to read it right. So I'll read it. On February 22nd, 2019, Jessica became the mother to a beautiful angel named James Jonas Tang Ata. In the past almost 2 years, Jessica has made it her mission to bring awareness to pregnancy loss and has found beautiful ways to honor her son's memory. I love seeing her on Facebook. You know, she's not afraid to talk about him. She's not afraid. I saw one of the beautiful things that I saw was she had everyone, allowed people to join her in planting trees in his honor. And that was so beautiful. And I love when people can do that, because sometimes when we experience loss, we don't know how to honor our babies. And so when there's people that do have an idea of what they want to do and they share it with the community, someone is grabbing onto that. So Propa City Community Outreach, we chose Jessica as this year's Lighthouse Award recipient to recognize the way that she uses her voice to uplift, empower, and advocate for those who do not feel heard. So thank you, Jessica, for all that you do. And we just want to hear a little bit from you. So I'm going to find you and spotlight you.
So good evening, everyone. And thank you so much to Stephanie Crawford. You know, there's just days I'll just get a message and it's like exactly the right moment, the right time that I needed that message from her. And thank you to the whole Propa City community. And I'm really, truly honored to be here tonight and receive this award. And I'm also joined tonight by my mom and my dad and my sister and brother-in-law and nephew who, because the gala is virtual this year, were also able to join. So that's one of the benefits. I remember being at the gala a year ago and finding just like the most incredible community of women and families who continue to inspire me and just show so much love. And truthfully, for those who were there last year, you might have noticed I broke down and I cried. And I could not stop crying as I listened to the stories of other women who are sharing just the love of their angel babies and the loss they experience. And last year at this time, I was approaching the first anniversary of losing my baby and didn't even realize just how much grief I was still holding inside as I was trying to like do my job and get back to normal life, right? So this year, as I approach the second anniversary of the passing of my baby, James Jonas, who I call JJ, I'm really honored to be here with you all again, even if it's virtual. So pregnancy and infant loss is often such, I think, a devastatingly lonely experience because it's so private. And so many women suffer silently with miscarriages as well, as we heard tonight. I also had a miscarriage prior to losing James Jonas. And so I know how often when pregnancy goes wrong, the loss is further amplified and heightened by previous loss as well. But very few people talk about all this for so many reasons. Taboo being, as someone had shared earlier, one of the reasons too. In my role and job, however, privacy was not really an option, especially prior to the pandemic. I was visibly pregnant for many months. I was at meetings, community events, press events, etc. And I had also celebrated my pregnancy publicly after getting through the first trimester, because that's when it's supposed to be safe to share, right? So when I lost my baby at 30 weeks in my third trimester due to a fetal anomaly that I did know about at 17 and a half weeks, but wanted to persevere and thought he could make it, but he didn't. It became a very public loss too. And so I shared the news publicly. Honestly, one reason was in hopes of avoiding constant questions about how my baby was doing, which still did happen. And, you know, it was it was like reliving the loss oftentimes, and it still happens. And that is something I know others have struggled with too. Very well intentioned, loving people who ask about your baby because they may not have known or heard that you had lost yours, because it's not supposed to happen. It's not what anyone anticipates. To have to go through the pains of labor and then not be able to watch your baby grow up is just not what anyone expects or can prepare for. And when I publicly shared losing JJ is when I started to hear so many other similar stories from women who were able to open up to me, women, many of whom which I had known for years and sometimes, and I had no idea, had suffered silently through their own pregnancy or infancy loss as well. And there was totally an outpouring of supportive love, but there was also an outpouring of invisible pain that would never have surfaced otherwise, because society, I find, really doesn't want to hear about it. Grief, loss, and sadness are not something that most people are comfortable with or something that people feel well equipped to handle. And so those of us who are grieving feel that we have to hide away our pain and suffering, and oftentimes we do it because we think it makes other people uncomfortable and we're thinking about everyone else. But there's so many women who have experienced it and continue to invisibly heal from loss and heal over an extended period of time. I don't think losing your baby is something you ever really entirely heal from. And I know for myself, I literally feel like I lost a part of me. And the grief comes in waves. And one day you may be fine. And then another day, a memory, a thought, a sound, anything can trigger a wave of sadness. And in that moment, the rest of the world continues on, and those around you have no idea that you are still hurting inside and feeling the loss and the grief. But during those times, I remember something my friend told me, my friend Marissa Lee, who writes about loss. And she has actually a book now called Grief is Love. And that is what she shared with me. And so I try to remember that in times of often lonely sadness, that my expression of grief is love. So while the journey is difficult and hard, and the grief we feel is pure love, love for our babies and the future and life we had hoped for them, and that love, even in the form of grief, is not something that anyone should be ashamed of. And it actually could and should be something that is embraced. And we are not alone. And we are blessed to have found a community at Propa that where the love is so incredibly healing and powerful. And I am incredibly inspired by Stephanie and all the women that I've met through this community and their strength and their courage. And it gives me hope to know that others who have experienced pregnancy and infancy loss or struggle with getting pregnant in the first place, many of us are still struggling, they're able to still find love in their grief and heal with others who truly understand what they've experienced and continue to experience. So I share my story, my loss, and the memory of my baby, James Jonas. You can see him. Oh, the problem with these backgrounds is, unless it's right in your face, you can't see. But I share the story because I want other women to know that they are not alone. I see them, I see their grief, and I also see the love. So thank you again so much for this community, and to all of you. I see you all, and I send you all so much love and light.
Thank you so much, Jessica. So guys, bear with me. This is this virtual thing. So what I would like to do now is there are many of the moms in our community that are on, and there may be other moms that have experienced loss that are on right now that we don't know have experienced loss. There may be people that are grandparents or aunts of babies that are angels now, and you may have a baby on your heart that you're thinking about when you think about an angel baby or a child that was lost. And so I want to, and Jessica, if it's okay, in honor of JJ, I wanted to have a moment of silence just for all of our babies. Thank you so much. I like I know a moment of silence is what we do for people that we miss, but I love silence, and I'm learning to find the peace in silence, to find the love in silence, you find answers in silence. Um and so I wanted to here we go, sorry guys. And so I wanted to just do that because sometimes as people that have experienced loss or support people of those that have experienced loss, we have to learn to get comfortable with the silence because sometimes that's just where our peace is. And sometimes that's where the support and the help is. Just sitting with that mom that has experienced loss, just being with her and just thinking about her baby with her without words. So, um, this gala is beautiful and we love it and it's awesome and we get to honor people and we do it because we want to be able to put grief and sadness together with joy and gratitude, right, and celebration of life, because these children, these babies, they did have life, and they were here with us, and so we want to celebrate them as much as we're sad. We want to celebrate them as well. And so it's tough though, it's hard watching, even if you haven't experienced it, watching the stories of other mothers, being a mother that has experienced loss and seeing yourself or seeing someone else. It's hard and it's tough, but it's necessary.
Happy birthday to you.
Hold on.
Happy birthday to.
That was my cue, guys, I think. Um, so it's necessary. And so I want you guys to know that we are going to have a birthday song that's coming next. And so I'm glad I got the cue. I have to get it back up. But I really want to say thank you guys because, this is not, this is all new. I know everyone's used to Zoom for work and all of that, but then you don't necessarily want to be on for other things. So I really appreciate you guys being on. So after this, I want to say a big thank you because we had a DJ KD, that played music for us in the beginning, and he will be playing some music at the end. So feel free to be on screen or not, and to listen to some music and just hang out with us for a little while. Our DJ was sponsored by My Mini Cake Shop, and I believe a link is going to go in the chat. We would love for you guys to consider sponsoring them for the Valentine's Day. They have a really cool Valentine's Day event going on, and some giveaways, I think, after this in the celebration. So I'm not in charge. Crystal's in charge. She'll let you know. But I think there's some really cool stuff going on. So without further ado, I would love to present you guys with our birthday song because Simeon will be 10 years old today or tomorrow. He will be 10 years old tomorrow. Okay, do this right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Simeon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Simeon. We love you.